Throw away the city lights, throw away the cars. Give me a clear night underneath all the stars. I don't want no concrete jungles, no suburbia. I just want somewhere that the blue skies are. So come with me to a place afar, where the palm trees dance and sway. So run with me. If we leave right now, we might make it in time. The sunset is fading, but the light's not gone. The ocean waves have just begun.
So guys, this is the epic new Swift 2024 1.2 liter 1197cc 3-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol that puts out around 81.5 PS of max power and 111.7 Newton meters of max torque, 5-speed gearbox with AGS or 5-speed AMT. This is the key to happiness, and this, my friend, with the Racing Roadstar accessories kit, you also get, carbon fiber accents even on the key, so that adds on to the zing factor. And how swift is the new Swift is the big question, because it always has been the best handling machine in the hatchback space. And this is the 5-speed AMT or the AGS. Please do watch my detailed walk around where I talk about all the specs and features and the price and the mileage and all those things. Yeah, mileage, because kitna deti hai is a big question. She says, welcome to epic new Swift. Let's turn off the music. Okay, go back to home. And okay, so mileage is 25.75 kmpl for this particular AGS variant. For the manual, it is around 24.5 kmpl. So that is not a big deal for enthusiasts like us. We want the car to scream and roll. So let's see. Okay, we are here on one stretch. So do we get a good stretch to actually test the Swift is a big deal. So first we're going to put it into manual mode. There are no paddle shifters. That is kind of a disappointment, but oh, so it holds the gear as always. Maruti, you beauty. 6th gear, 6,000 RPM. Oh, lovely, lovely. The 3-cylinder grunt is there, refinement is there. It's just about the perfect balance of finding between the grunt, the sportiness, and the refinement. I don't know how they managed to pull that off. Boy, oh boy, beautiful morning here in Nama Bengaluru. 6,000 RPM, baby. It's holding the gear until you shift it. That's the beauty of this upshift. Ah, wow. Give me more, man. Give me more. Incredibly awesome. Very stable. The damping has been improved. We can see that. We're doing already pretty good speeds. So let's kind of contain it a little bit for a little bit of cornering. Yeah, fast cornering, fast sweeping corner here. Boy, have they nailed it. You don't see this coming when you read the spec sheet, trust me. But the Swift is by all means really living up to its name. So let's just go past these guys, the slumber coaches. It's like we're in a game. It's like we're in a game. Oh God, it's so satisfying, so damn satisfying. Thank you, Maruti, for this morning date with a Red Riding Hood. amount of tractability, because even when we cut the speed in the fourth, it has good overtaking power, good spread of torque. The tune of the engine is sublime, man. Absolutely bang on point. And it holds the line. The chassis stability is incredibly awesome through the twisty highways, long sweeping corners. We're just blasting through this highway in triple digit speeds, and the Swift is pulling it off with ease. Oh God. Ho 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 ho. My oh my. Careful, careful, careful. The brakes are good. How I wish we had all 4 discs, man. I mean, this baby deserves it. I feel like the baby driver. Yesterday we had a couple of interesting circuit activity. Check the agility of the Swift. This thing absolutely nailed it. I put a reel on that. You can check that out. Just a glimpse of what India's favorite hatch is truly made up of. Oh boy, just look at this feeling. It's incredibly awesome. It's full throttle, baby, and there's no hint of uncertainty. It's rock solid. Even with the 15-inch wheels, this thing is incredibly awesome. We're taking this corner at pretty high speed. Oh God, what a marvel. What a machine. They've absolutely nailed it, man. So guys, talking about the epic new Swift 2024, that's what the lady here pronounces as soon as you get into the car. But anyway, so there, once I saw the spec sheet, I was kind of disappointed. A 3-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol, 1.2 liter, no turbo. Will it have that Swift character was the biggest question. Yes, it's built on the Hardtech platform. So first of all, we have the AGS variant here, which is the auto gear shift or the automatic manual transmission. It's a 5-speed automatic manual transmission. So which means you have a gearbox on board, but the onboard computer does the gear changes for you to optimize fuel efficiency, which is why the AMT offers more fuel economy than a standard manual gearbox. And that is something that we see with Maruti. I don't know how they pull that off, because in the AGS mode, the shifts happen quickly. I mean, it wants to get into the top gear as soon as possible, especially when we're ambling around like this, to optimize fuel efficiency. And the fuel efficiency figure, as I told you, is 25.75 kmpl for the AGS, which is more than the standard manual variant, which stands at 24.5. Either ways, this makes the Swift the most fuel efficient hatchback in its segment and at its price point. And that has been the name of the game for Maruti. They've always highlighted fuel efficiency, fuel economy, reduced emissions. The clutch actuation is better now. The clutch engagement and disengagement is far more hassle-free and less fatiguing because they have used a hydraulic clutch. But anyway, this one we can't talk about that because this is the AGS variant. We have to drive the manual variant for that. But the water cooling system, the dedicated water cooling system, has been introduced to keep a check on the engine temperature, making sure it doesn't overheat with aggressive or spirited driving. So that is another thing that they've included. Safety is well taken care of, 6 airbags right from the word go. So all these things I've explained in the walk around. So basically we're going to talk about the usability and the drivability of the Swift. So the gear changes in the drive mode or the AGS mode, you can see the downshifts happen seamlessly. There's no stuttering, there's no jerkiness. It's all pretty smooth downshifts. And we're gonna have a quick look at the rear view camera. So let me just quickly turn on the reverse mode. So you can have a look at the rear view camera. So rear view camera is of decent quality. I won't say it is top notch, not as good as that of the Brezza. There's no 360 degree camera here, so that is another thing. We have rear parking sensors though. So dynamic guidelines, no dynamic guidelines. So do we have any setting options? So it is just park assist, camera display settings. You have saturation, contrast, everything. Okay, we don't want to increase the saturation. Okay, let's go back. So this is how it is. So if we want to reverse, so primarily there's no dynamic guidelines whatsoever. So that is something you need to note, and the resolution could have been better. Similarly in drive mode, so look at the gear changes now. I wish I could show it to you, but we are in first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear at around 45 to 50 kmph, and we'll be hitting the fifth gear. Yeah, already hit fifth gear by the time we reach 55 kmph. So it is like optimizing fuel efficiency, right? If you're a sedate user, a regular daily driver, kind of a common man who wants to just use it through the city, it has to optimize fuel efficiency, so it shifts up really quickly right off the mark. But if you want to perform those quick overtakes, so let's see whether it shifts down to third and gives us that enough juice now to perform this quick overtake here right on this bridge. So I floored the pedal, it shifts to third and gives me enough juice to perform this quick overtake across the bridge and to overtake this bus. Again, it shifts back to top gear to optimize fuel efficiency. So that is the way the gear shifts are programmed. But again, if you put it into manual, the best part is it holds the gear until you shift it. That is great stuff. You can see now I am flooring the pedal. It holds the gear up to 6000 rpm, and even post that it is not going to shift up. And you can feel the grunt, the sporty grunt of the Swift. So let's kind of slow down here. There's way more traffic today than usual. It's early in the morning, but still it's completely jam-packed. So full of activity, buzzing on the highways. But let's kind of shift to slow down and shift to second now. And now floor the pedal. You can see going up to 6000 rpm, it is holding the gear, and now I shift it and then it shifts up. So that is the best part. So the driver, the captain of the ship, is in control. So you feel that grunt, you want to feel that rush, adrenaline rush coursing through your veins, then this is the car for you, because it is not programmed in the manual mode to shift up by its own. Of course, it downshifts to help you assist, or just in case you get lost in translation, forget to downshift. It does the downshifting for you, but the upshifts, which are crucial, are left to the driver to be enjoyed and to be pulled to the maximum. So that has always been the case with Maruti. So glad they haven't changed that. So that is the best part about it. Another thing, 15-inch wheels. I was a little skeptic about the 15-inch wheels. I wish it deserved at least 16-inch wheels to give you better stability. But boy, oh boy, we were pushing it beyond its capability, and still it stuck to the course. I mean, stuck to the line that was chosen, and it didn't even swerve or waver one bit. It was rock solid. Very, very impressive. And especially in the manual mode, if you want to have fun, just slot it into manual mode, and it will give you goosebumps each time you put the pedal to the metal. And the brakes are good enough. Even the road grip offered by the tires is good enough. So overall, the chassis orientation, the way the chassis dynamics have been set up, have complemented the car perfectly. And all the Swift enthusiasts who want to see the Swift flying across the streets will be satisfied with the kind of performance it has on offer, and the in-gear acceleration, especially in the manual mode if you're driving the AGS variant. But have you driven the Swift, the AGS variant, and what do you think about the overall package? Do you think it has just done justice to the Swift legacy? Feel free to comment below and let me know. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and drive safe.